Hello, and welcome to the Get Lean and Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I'm a certified health coach, trainer, and author. And this podcast is for middle-aged men and women looking to optimize their health and get their bodies back to what it once was 10 to 15 years ago. I will give you simple, actionable items to get long-term sustainable results. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. All right. Welcome to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend, hung out with some family, maybe watched some fireworks, got out and about. And today I'm going to discuss a topic that a lot of people talk about and a lot of people do, and that's drink coffee. 80% of the world's population actually drinks coffee. Now, if you think about that, it's pretty crazy. I will say I grew up never really being a coffee drinker, and to this day I'm not really, but I do from time to time have a cold brew. I'll make my own cold brew. I don't like warm coffee for some reason. It just, I don't know, maybe it tastes like battery fluid to me. But I do have a cold brew, and I wanted to touch on it mainly because it's a popular item that a lot of people drink. And how can you effectively use coffee to your advantage? Um, you know, Caffeine, coffee, there are positive aspects of it. If you overdo it, that can be bad. But some of the positive impacts I've seen and some studies out there show that it can actually help with brain function, neurological health, even athletic performance. We'll touch a little bit on that, even fat burning and metabolic rate. There are also some studies out there that showing that maybe even helping you get into what's called autophagy, which I've talked about, which fasting can help you get in. So either way, if you do drink coffee, I'm going to hit some tips and some ways that you can optimize it and make it the best for you and your lifestyle. One of the ways is not drinking coffee too late in the day, and I'm sure you have a sort of a feel of when you want to have that last cup. Because obviously coffee can stay in the system for a while. We don't want it to affect our sleep, because if you listen to this podcast, sleep is like the number one principle of health, and optimizing it is so key. So if you can avoid caffeine, let's just say past 3 o'clock, that would be a good goal. My tip number 2 would be to occasionally do a caffeine reset. We don't want to rely on caffeine every day and make it just so we can't go on throughout our day without it. Because I know some people that have to rely on it so much that they almost can't operate in the morning. Well, what I would say is that goes hand in hand. When's the best time to have coffee? And I would say not right when you get up. So if you've listened to anything else I talk about, you don't want to eat right when you get up. So you got to let your natural rhythms, your natural circadian rhythms start your day. Cortisol will rise, and you should automatically get a rise. If not, maybe take a cold shower or something, but don't just start your first cup of coffee right when you get up, because then you're going to start relying on that and sort of mess up your circadian rhythm. So what I would say is some good tips are: don't have it right away. Don't have it too late. Sounds almost like food, right? We don't want to have caffeine right away, and we don't want to have it too late. We also want to do a reset from time to time. If you find you've had coffee day in, day out for the last 365 days, maybe it's time to take a week off and just do a caffeine reset. If you got to have some decaf and you love the flavor of it, have a decaf coffee. There's a slight tidbit, probably caffeine in decaf, but nothing compared to a normal cup of coffee. So I would just switch to a decaf. Also, how can you optimize it when it comes to working out? And I would say that it can be beneficial, just to give you more energy, get the adrenaline going 15 to 30 minutes before a workout. That's occasionally when I'll have a little bit of coffee or like a cold brew or some type of pre-workout. I'm not a big pre-workout guy, but I'll have a little bit of coffee just to get me going, so I could do a band workout. And so those are the main tips. Also, lastly, is you want to make sure that you have a high quality whole bean coffee. Okay. because not all coffee is created equal. We know this. And 97% of the world's coffee is considered commercial coffee, which is like a commodity crop. It's mainly grown to maximize yield. It's sprayed with pesticides, stored in a way that encourages mold growth and an overoxidation of the beans. So this obviously can compromise your health. And if you're drinking and sipping on coffee every day and you're drinking a whole bean that's not organic, that's not, let's just say, raised in a place where it's sustainable and they're not spraying it with pesticides, I would definitely research where you're getting your beans from. Hopefully you're making your own quality organic coffee. So those would be my main tips. And, use it as a weapon. Use it as a weapon. Use it as an advantage if you're going to work out, but don't have it right away in the morning and don't have it too late. So a lot of good tips there. Hopefully you can take those, use that for your advantage throughout the day. And if you have any questions, I'm around. You can send a message on YouTube or on social media, and hopefully I can answer any of your questions. Hope you're loving these micro podcasts and getting a little bit from each of them. That is the goal. Anyways, have a great rest of the week, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, Get Lean, Eat Clean Nation. Are you a man between the ages of 40 and 60 years old, looking to lose inches around your waist, have significantly more energy throughout the day, and gain muscle, all while minimizing the risk of injuries? Well, I'm looking for 3 to 5 people to work one-on-one with in my Fat Burner Blueprint Signature Program, which I've developed by utilizing my 15 years experience in the health and fitness space. This program is designed specifically for those committed to making serious progress towards their health goals over the next 6 months. We will focus on sleep, stress, nutrition, meal timing, and building lean muscle. If this sounds like a fit for you, email me at brian@briangrin.com with the subject line Blueprint. That's brian@briangrin.com with the subject line Blueprint. Thanks for listening to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. I understand there are millions of other podcasts out there, and you've chosen to listen to mine, and I appreciate that. Check out the show notes at briangrin.com for everything that was mentioned in this episode. Feel free to subscribe to the podcast and share it with a friend or family member that's looking to get their body back to what it once was. Thanks again, and have a great day.